long way to go, and that certainly showed tonight. A long way to go. And, physically and mentally right now, we're not tough enough. We let our offense or lack thereof affect our defense. We started out the game taking horrendous shots like it was going to be easy against a Drake team that, isn't the most talented team, but tonight they showed how to play together, even when they're not playing well. They missed so many shots to start the game that had we taken good ones, taken the quality shots that they take, we'd have put ourselves in a much different position. But we didn't, and that's why we took the loss tonight. So we got a long way to go.
Go ahead. Do you worry just about the overall shooting ability of your team, or has it just been you're not taking the right shots to put yourself in good position?
Scott, I really don't worry about a player's or our players' ability to shoot. I think when you generate really good shots, your percentage comes up. When you take quick ones, forced ones, ones that we wouldn't allow you to shoot in practice, right? Then you're not going to make a higher percentage. It's real easy. The better shot you get, whether that's a layup, whether that's getting fouled and going to the free throw line, whether that's a wide open three, the better shots you generate, the better your percentage goes. And I thought that was very evident tonight. Now, there have been a couple games where, I thought against South Carolina State, because of the way they played, they ran at you, they run and jump. We didn't necessarily create the open shots. We did a great job of not turning the ball over, but the open shots sort of found themselves because of their rotations and how they played. We didn't hit those. But those were quality shots. Tonight, not. We might have had a handful, but, if we shot 25 threes, I'd say at least 10 or 12 of them were poor. I think it wanes. I think our effort is completely tied into how our individual offense is going. And obviously our individual offense was awful. And so I think as time went on, we caved. Now, we played hard the last 3 or 4 minutes, but, at that point, Drake was feeling really comfortable about getting their post-game meal and getting on the bus and, going back to, Iowa with a win.
So, how important is this Virgin Islands trip as just a team building, get this team kind of all rowing the boat in the same direction?
We'll find out. We're either going to be miserable together or we're going to learn a lot more about our team. I know a lot about our team right now. I don't need the Virgin Islands. I know what our issues are, and our issues center around not moving the ball, not playing with one another, taking awful shots, and then tying that in to our defensive effort when things aren't going well for us individually. So it's pretty easy. I don't need the Virgin Islands to explain, what our issues are. Whether we fix them or not is a different story.
You shared the ball so well with Mississippi State. Was tonight just missing shots, or did you think the ball didn't let you down?
No, I thought we took care of the ball. I think when you're getting harassed, when there's a double team, if you throw it, if you pass fake, you throw it out of a double team, somebody's eventually going to be open. They put 2 players on one. That means you have 4 against their 3. We found the open guy. Drake doesn't play that way. They play really solid. You can't score consistently on the first side of the floor. And that was a bullet point on the dry erase board before we took the floor. And that's really disheartening. It's almost like, hey, appreciate you, coach. I'm going to do something different. And that's reflective of our play. And I'm not blaming those guys. I got to be a better teacher. I've got to figure out what buttons to push for that message to sink into the heads so that our play reflects that. Yeah, I was hoping he's back tonight, but I don't know that and I don't control that. Thanks, guys. Yep.